Hey there, my lovelies. Gracie here once again. Thank you so much to those of you that have kept it at Gracie's, those of you that have watched, subscribed, commented, left likes, and shared the videos. I appreciate your support and your love. I do not take none of that for granted. So, once again, thank you so very much. Yes, today's video is about something that is very, very interesting. And as a person that keeps inviting people to come to this continent, if you have watched me on TikTok lives, you have realized that I talk about these things and invite people to come to this continent, give them tips and the things they are supposed to do, the expectations, and a lot more. Yeah, so if you can check me out, sometimes I go live very, very late in the night. Yeah, just to make sure that I reach out to that audience that is in the Afro Caribbean, in the UK, in the US, in Brazil, and yes, places like that. But today's video is something that is very, very interesting. It breaks my heart to see the people that we invite to come to this continent going through the struggles that, a lot of stuff. I mean, why do I have to talk so much? Let's watch these clips together and we are going to talk about them. And I want you to let me know, of course, what you think. And yeah, let's dive deep right into it.
Anyone from the diaspora, if you're a lady and needed a message or a sign before coming to Africa, this is your sign.
People see Ghanaian men in particular, African men, as family men, not taking into consideration that there's a lot of things that come with that. Africa is not this promised land like everyone thinks it is, or the propaganda that's been spewed. I will speak my truth. Most men don't want a woman saying things that are strong and or truthful and or authoritative. And so most American women are coming with that empowered concept. You didn't have to leave to find a beautiful black man. In all honesty, what happens to the American woman when she comes here, who she learned to be in her home country, everything that her parents taught her, her guardians taught her, to empower her, to uplift her, to strengthen her through her toxic experiences, they are completely almost shattered when she comes into an environment like this because the women do not have the empowerment that your ancestors fought for. They are just now scratching at the surface. It would probably be much more easier for a man from abroad to come and to find his women because the women kind of like do everything here unless they are rich and or have like a social upbringing of equilibrium, we're Western educated and things to that nature. We can go really deep, but I won't. But there's so many tears. There's so many tears. You have to be wise about your decisions as to why you're coming here. The reason why I came here was bloody darn stupid.
These sons of Pharaoh, they will leave you in a desert without water.
Some of you African men based in Africa scare the shit out of me with your mindset on women. Now I'm beginning to understand more and more the growing number of African women based in Africa that want to date men from other cultures or maybe more westernized guys, right? A lot of, from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, because I have some of these guys calling into my TikTok live stream. I call it the Growing Man Podcast for YouTube, Growing Man live stream on TikTok. These are smart guys. These are professional men too, by the way, okay? So not some bums. These are smart African guys doing well for themselves in Africa. Bankers, academics, entrepreneurs, civil servants. We can talk about any topic. They will contribute absolutely flawlessly. Smart men, accomplished men. But when it comes to relationships or, the man and woman dynamic, it's almost like they change their reasoning and default to some type of setting. I've heard things like, no, when I'm talking, my wife cannot talk back to me. Or when I make a decision, it is final. Or, my wife, she knows that at this certain point, at this certain day, at this certain time, this is when I want to have sex. And she has to be ready to have sex with me because that's when I want to have sex. Or when I marry the woman, She doesn't have any say anymore on her career because I am the man, I'm the one who's going to decide what's best for my family. Or as soon as I marry her, whatever job she has to quit it. She cannot travel for work. She cannot go to another city for work. She cannot do anything for work that's going to take her away from me. I want her to be around, and I'm going to be the one to make the money. If she wants to make money, she can go make money, but in an industry that I choose. And one said, when a woman marries me, she doesn't marry me alone. She marries my entire family. So my family also has a say in what my wife is going to do. Now, I am a proud Nigerian man. I am a proud man. Now, maybe because in my family the dynamics was different. My father was the man, but my mom also had a say. And I grew up seeing that. And maybe because I spend most of my time, in the West. So maybe that's why I don't understand why some of you guys think the way you think. But I'm open. And if you come to my TikTok live stream, I'll give you the floor to talk. I don't push anybody out unless you're being disrespectful. But most of the guys were respectful. Very respectful, in fairness to them. Very respectful. Even when they were making their points, in a very cordial manner. And I respect and appreciate that. But still, I see why a growing number of African women are not interested in African men anymore, because
let us set the record straight. Africa is a male-dominated society, so a woman has no say. So coming from the West and you are fully empowered and you speak up for yourself, you are going to come off intimidating and very threatening. African women are conditioned to actually be slaves to their husbands because we don't say anything. If you ever open your mouth and question a man, you'll be the outcast of the community and everybody will be talking about you. So theoretically, yes, we are empowered. We go to school and become career people. But once you enter a man's world, your head has to be lowered. I know our sisters from the West are actually raised to keep their heads high. It doesn't happen here in Africa. So yes, you are going to cry because you're going to be shattered. Everything that you ever believed in, everything that you've ever stood for is going to go crashing down. And just like that, the dream of the Prince of Zamunda is going to be crushed, because the man that you thought you were going to meet that is going to be a gentleman and listen to you and let you talk and address the injustices that are happening, or even help him with decision making, it's not going to happen, because his say is his say. Some African men are actually raised not to give any accountability to a woman. I mean, they will ask you, who are you to question me? You cannot ask your man, why are you coming? Like, where are you coming from? Where are you going? No, we don't ask that over here. And don't think it is exciting to actually take. We've been conditioned. African women have been conditioned to be slaves to their husbands. We give and sacrifice each and everything. We sacrifice ourselves, our happiness for them. We just need to be real, because our parents told us, hey, you can live a marriage. No, because if you live a marriage, in Africa it is frowned upon. That's why there's low divorce rate. It's not because people love each other. No, people are actually miserable in those marriages, but you can't say anything. You literally have to stay there. Did you know that over here we once were told that if a man doesn't beat you, he actually don't love you? So you can only imagine what our parents endured and took in, and these things have been passed on to us. So before you see us and admire us and say, oh, these ladies are feminine, we have been conditioned from childhood. So before you pack your bags to come to this continent, you should evaluate the reasons as to why you are actually coming. And this is a warning, because this doesn't go for only people that want to, find partners on the continent, but people that are outspoken, people that are that have such a strong opinion about politics and stuff like that. In Africa, it's not going to take you nothing for you to be wiped out, because in this society, we are not proud of how things are going. We just developed a thick skin, but guess what? Sometimes it catches up with you. Some of you look and say, oh, these African women are also masculine. No, we ain't masculine. We put and wear this because we are just trying to protect ourselves, because nobody else is willing to do that for us. You have no idea the harassment, the insults that are thrown at us on a daily basis when we pass on the streets. Somebody has every other right to come and grab your butt or even grab your boobs. And when you say, why did you do that? Or I'm going to take you to police or something. And I'll be like, what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do to me? Like, yeah, exactly. And mind you, I was just helping you to even, touch you because you're not even that cute. You know how women have insecurities over here that are created by these nasty, dusty men that literally have no respect for women? We're not just talking about partners. The boy child is actually not raised to be a gentleman and treat a woman right. No, they don't know that. The emphasis is put on a woman, on how to take care of a man, how to satisfy a man in bed, how to, do this, just make him happy. They are never taught and trained how to treat a woman. So tell me, you coming from wherever you're coming from, and you expect these men actually to lower themselves to your standards. If you are not willing and ready to lower your standards, to literally sacrifice yourself and give up everything that you ever stood for, it's not gonna work for you. The family men that you're looking for, they are in America too, and I want to let you know that on a very, very serious note, yes, America has some good, amazing men. I wish you could literally take those ones, because over here, your dream is gonna be shattered. They are gonna use you over here, take your money, and in the long run, they will leave you. They will start comparing you to an African woman and how you're not doing what us, the people on the continent, are doing for them. To even make matters worse, you think you are coming from America or from wherever you're coming from and you are different. Trust me, as long as you have this skin color, yes, exactly, that is the one I'm talking about. They are going to look at you as if you are this same African woman. I mean, you don't require special treatment as long as a man is treating you right. But guess what? These men are ready and willing to give this treatment to white women, and I'm being real 100%. These African men are actually giving up their standards and they're kissing the ground those white women walk on. But I don't know, for some reason, why in the entire universe, black women are the only ones who are supposed to take all this shady treatment and disrespect from black men. You don't find no Asian men treating their women like that. You don't find no Arab men or Indian men treating their women like that. No white men treating their women like that. But our men are breaking and shattering us and giving us traumas, and we are carrying insecurities on a daily basis. We literally wear them like clothes now. You would expect and think that we would love ourselves, and you African men, kings, that you would treat these women as queens that they deserve to be, but you never do that. And I am being honest, real 100%. Yes, they will literally kiss the ground those people walk on, but they will never do that for you. And because of that, you realize a lot of African women are now money oriented, because they gave up on love. At least maybe you're not going to treat me good, but at least give me money. That's it. That's the whole thing. Yeah, because they know at the end of the day, they are going to get that shitty treatment. An African woman can never say no. So whenever the king wants, to have a way with you, yes, you literally have to, open those doors wide open and welcome the King of Kings to actually enter. There's no day when you cannot feel like where you be like, no, I don't feel it today, please excuse me. No. So my sister, if you're coming to this continent and you want to stand on your ground and you're not willing to lower yourself and put yourself down to sacrifice every happiness and everything for this man, do not come here, because it's gonna shatter you, it's gonna tear you up. And how beautiful it is. Yes, people are nice, people are gonna be very, very good to you, but yes, your dreams are gonna be shattered and your hopes. And I know a lot of men that are gonna come out here and say, we don't need such women, because you are intimidated. When you choose to walk away as an African woman because you've been mistreated and abused verbally and physically, you're gonna become the outcast of the society and community. Or that she's a failed marriage material woman. But for foreign men, you are actually going to have it the best way, because guess what? Yeah, African women love you because you guys were raised right, you know. There are so many things that are unspeakable that we would have put out here, but you know, we just choose to refrain from putting them out here. But I guess you guys get a picture of how things are like over here. Women here are very feminine. You are going to actually get yourself a very nice woman. If you are a single brother and king and you're coming to the continent for that, you're going to get yourself a very beautiful, single, feminine woman. But this is not a very, very compatible dating scene for our Afro sisters. They don't have anyone else to protect them. So I would rather they stay in America or wherever they are, in fact, for them to actually stay safe. I mean, their safety is everything. We will keep posting the good stuff about Africa. And I mean, if you want to come and visit, yes, come and visit, but go back. We don't want to sell you a dream that is going, at the end of the day, going to crush you. We don't want that to happen to you. We want you to remain sane and safe and secure. Again, not all African men are like this, but the majority of them are actually like that. That is why most of them will be, don't want women like American women to come to this continent, because again, they are intimidated. But yes, guys, what do you think? If you are an African woman and you are here and you're watching, please leave your thoughts here. And for some African men, please leave your thoughts here as well. This is 2024 and it is the 21st century. We need to really be open-minded and just approach the different dynamics or the different sides of the world with an open mind, because we are all not raised the same. All of us are unique in different ways, and if a woman is raised to actually speak for herself, it's not because they are going to disrespect you. No, that's because that is how she was raised. Stop insulting them and abusing them, you know, as if they were not raised rightly, because you are used to your own women that are actually, you know, taking the bare minimum. They are being slaves to you and don't question you, even when you cheat on them, even when you bring those many children. Yeah, you are excited about that because they don't say anything. But trust me, these things are going to catch up with you. That is the reason as to why this continent is the way it is, because the family foundations are shaking. Yes, the family foundations are shaking. So it's going to be very hard for us to raise a generation that is going to develop this continent and make us proud of it, except if we all change and approach and have some foundation checks. Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Let me know what you think, and please comment, leave the thumbs up and subscribe if you already haven't. I'll see you in another one. God bless.